President Hubert, members of the board, Dr. Knoll. In the last few years, many teachers and students have left our district due to an ongoing discipline crisis. In many cases, students are not being held accountable for their actions, which is dangerous for their teachers and fellow students. This problem is not limited to Conroe ISD, but has been occurring throughout the state. So in regard to item 8C, I would like to request that the board make state discipline code reform a legislative priority for the next session. Last year, at the request of Trustee Odenwiller, former Deputy Superintendent Dr. Hines gave a discipline presentation which referenced Chapter 37 of the State Education Code. He said schools are often limited in how they can discipline students because of restrictions regarding a student's race, homelessness status, or special education plan. He added districts are financially punished when the percentages of referrals and consequences are unequal in these subpopulations to the general population. This sends mixed signals to our students. One student can be severely punished on the first offense, while another gets away with repeated misbehavior and limited or no consequences. Students and their parents need to know the expectations and to be held accountable. The upcoming legislative session is time to do something about it. I would like to encourage the Conroe ISD School Board to join other school districts who are advocating for discipline code reform. I have spoken with the superintendent of Wiley ISD outside of Dallas who, along with the superintendent of Richardson ISD, has founded a coalition with the goal of more local control and parental involvement. I am sending this contact information to each of you and hope you will reach out. I am asking the board to work on reform at the district and state levels in order to help keep our kids and our teachers safe.
Item C, which is discuss and approve legislative priorities for the 89th Texas Legislative Session.
The list is, refined more in the language of legislative priority statements that districts send out. It's the idea, right, is to communicate to, in hopefully a one-pager, kind of what the most important things are to us. It doesn't usually contain great specifics, and some of the things that you all included aren't in this because they're in maybe larger concepts. For example, like or things that we already know are happening at the legislature. For example, the rewrite of Chapter 37, right? That we think is going to happen. So discipline wasn't as important in this since we think that that's going to occur anyway. So now it's your opportunity to discuss and finalize this document and then give us some direction about what you want us to do with it.
All right, thank you.
I do have one disagreement or one thing as far as the removal of discipline from our priority, because even if there's a legislative rewrite in, like possibly or is in the works or coming down the pike, I know the value of us putting weight behind it, especially the size of our district, and I also know the importance of stating what our challenges are to the legislators directly and clearly, and standing behind them is important. And that time when we're doing that shows them how important it is to us, and that's what moves the needle on getting things done. So I find that I really do believe that must be a priority for us.
Yeah.
It's important for our teachers, it's important for our students, it's important for parents to see it there, but most importantly, it is important for our legislators to know we are standing on this. Do not let this drop.
And I certainly didn't mean to imply that it was not important.
Oh, I know.
Just that if you all are going to slim this down,
right?
If that's
I did add to the legislative priorities. I did add classroom safety and discipline, but somehow it got removed. But I did have it on there. I was referencing a specific House bill or something, and then I realized we weren't doing specific bills, and we were just being more general. So that's the part I removed.
I think you sent me that there was a teacher's bill of rights,
classroom safety, and then I put discipline after that.
But you